1. Cellular reprogramming. Imagine if you could press rewind on your body's aging clock. That's the idea behind cellular reprogramming. Scientists have discovered a set of special proteins known as Yamanaka factors that can turn back the biological age of a cell. These proteins wipe the slate clean, telling old, tired cells to act young again. In early experiments with mice, this technique restored damaged vision, healed injured muscles, and even made tissues look molecularly younger in just a few weeks. The real magic is that it doesn't just patch things up, it changes how cells behave at their core. Some researchers are now testing partial reprogramming, a safer version that refreshes cells without completely resetting them. Big name labs like Altos and Calico are pouring money into making this safe for humans. If it works the way they hope, it could delay diseases like Alzheimer's, help people bounce back faster from injuries, and maybe even make getting older feel a lot less old. 2. Senolytics. As we age, some of our cells stop doing their job but stick around anyway. These troublemakers, called senescent or zombie cells, don't divide, don't die, and cause a lot of chaos. They give off signals that trigger inflammation and mess with nearby healthy tissue. Senolytics are a new type of treatment designed to hunt down and clear out these zombie cells so the body can function the way it's supposed to. In animal studies, removing these cells made a huge difference. Mice treated with senolytics got stronger, more energetic, and showed signs of aging in reverse. Even their organs worked better. Now, human trials are underway, especially for conditions like lung disease and kidney issues. And researchers are wondering, could these drugs be used more broadly to keep us feeling younger, moving better, and bouncing back from life's wear and tear for much longer than we thought possible? 3. Gene editing. Think of gene editing like a pair of ultra-precise scissors for your DNA. With tools like CRISPR, scientists can go in and fix genetic typos that cause disease or speed up aging. At first, this was mainly for inherited conditions like sickle cell anemia, but researchers soon realized it could go further. What if we could tweak genes that affect how we age, how we heal, or how well we fight off disease? In the lab, editing these genes in animals has led to longer, healthier lives. Not just more years, but better ones. Scientists are targeting genes that affect things like cell repair, metabolism, and how the body handles stress. The first human uses are already happening, and the results look promising. If we can get it right, gene editing could be our way of building a body that's more resilient, more efficient, and better built for the long haul. 4. Stem cells. Stem cells are like the body's all-purpose repair kit. When you're young, these cells are everywhere helping grow new tissue, heal injuries, and keep everything running smoothly. But as we get older, stem cells slow down. The body stops fixing itself as well, and things start to break down. That's where stem cell therapy comes in. Doctors are already using stem cells to help with damaged joints, heart problems, and even eyesight, and that's just the start. Scientists are also learning how to reprogram ordinary cells into stem cells and use them to grow brand new tissues and even organs from scratch. If it works the way they hope, stem cells could be the secret to keeping our bodies fresh, functional, and full of energy for decades longer than we ever thought possible. 5. Artificial organs. Over time, organs take on damage, lose efficiency, and eventually begin to fail. When that happens, the traditional response has been to wait for a donor, hope for a match, and go through the long recovery process of a transplant. Even then, the risk of rejection is high, and the patient often depends on immunosuppressing drugs for life. This has always been the limitation of transplant medicine. It treats the problem, but it comes with a heavy price. Now, scientists are building a new path forward. Instead of replacing organs with someone else's, they are growing them in the lab using the patient's cells. Bladders, windpipes, and skin tissue have been grown, shaped, and successfully implanted into human bodies. These were once considered impossible. Today, they are proof that regenerative medicine is catching up with long-held ambitions. The cells used are taken from the patient, which means the body recognizes the new organ as its own. That recognition eliminates the need for chemical suppression of the immune system. It also means that repairs or replacements can be planned, not left to crisis. 6. AI medicine. Medicine is entering a new phase where software plays just as important a role as stethoscopes and scans. Artificial intelligence is now being trained to read medical data the way an expert might, only faster, deeper, and with fewer blind spots. It can sift through genetic information, blood test results, sleep cycles, and even daily behavior to pick up patterns the human eye would never catch. These patterns can hint at problems long before symptoms appear. Doctors still lead the way in diagnosis and care, but even the best clinicians are limited by time and volume. Medical research moves fast, and new data surfaces every day. AI can stay current with that flow. Right now, new tools are being tested that warn people of elevated heart risks, early signs of cancer, or sudden shifts in biological age. These systems are already being built into smartwatches, home devices, and medical records. Some are designed to give a quiet nudge when stress levels rise or when blood sugar trends toward danger. Others go deeper, using deep learning to create custom health roadmaps based on everything from movement patterns to microbiome shifts. 7. Longevity drugs. A new generation of pharmaceuticals is being developed to directly target the biological drivers of aging. Unlike traditional medications that treat specific illnesses, these compounds aim to delay or even reverse the aging process at the cellular level. Metformin, a common diabetes drug, is being investigated for its effects on inflammation, oxidative stress, and mitochondrial function. NAD+ boosters help replenish a molecule that declines with age but is crucial for DNA repair, energy production, and metabolic stability. Other candidates influence senescence pathways, stem cell health, and epigenetic expression. If these treatments succeed in humans, aging could become a manageable condition rather than an inevitable decline. Trials are ongoing, and some of these compounds may soon enter mainstream use, ushering in an entirely new category of medicine: geroprotectors. 8. Microbiome tuning. The gut contains trillions of bacteria that support digestion, immunity, and mental health. Over time, the balance of these microbes can shift in ways that promote disease and inflammation. Researchers have discovered that people who live very long lives often share specific microbial patterns. These patterns are now being studied and replicated through probiotics, special diets, and fecal transplants. Maintaining a youthful gut profile could reduce the risk of conditions like obesity, metabolic disorders, and even cognitive decline. In the future, microbiome care may become a cornerstone of preventive health. 9. Immune reboot. The immune system deteriorates over time, leading to slower responses to infections, reduced vaccine efficacy, and an increased risk of chronic inflammation. Known as immunosenescence, this aging of the immune system also contributes to cancer risk and autoimmune disorders. Emerging therapies focus on regenerating immune function by clearing out senescent immune cells and stimulating the development of new, highly functional ones. One approach involves rejuvenating hematopoietic stem cells in the bone marrow, which are responsible for producing fresh immune cells. Scientists are also developing personalized vaccines and immune training strategies that can adapt to an individual's immune profile. By restoring immune competence, these interventions could dramatically reduce age-related disease and keep the body's defenses strong well into old age. 10. Circadian reset. The circadian rhythm is a 24-hour cycle that governs nearly every physiological process, from hormone release and digestion to cell repair and brain function. Disruption of this internal timing system has been linked to obesity, depression, cardiovascular disease, and accelerated aging. Modern lifestyles filled with artificial light, late-night screen exposure, and erratic schedules have thrown our biological clocks out of alignment. Scientists are now developing precision tools to restore proper circadian timing. These include smart lighting systems that adjust wavelength and brightness to mimic natural daylight, blue light filtering glasses that support melatonin production, and time-release medications that reinforce sleep-wake cycles. Interventions that synchronize the circadian system can improve mitochondrial performance, reduce inflammation, enhance cognitive health, and support the repair of damaged tissues. Over time, resetting this biological rhythm may prove essential for extending both lifespan and health span. 11. Smart wearables. Today's smart wearables have evolved far beyond step counters and fitness trackers. Devices now come equipped with biosensors capable of continuously monitoring blood pressure, oxygen saturation, glucose levels, and even subtle biomarkers like heart rate variability and skin temperature fluctuations. These measurements can indicate early stages of illness, sleep disorders, cardiovascular problems, or chronic inflammation long before symptoms become visible. Future iterations will be even more integrated and discreet. Flexible patches that stick to the skin, implants under the epidermis, contact lenses that measure glucose, and smart fabrics that detect posture, hydration, and biochemical shifts. By analyzing this real-time data, AI-driven platforms will offer immediate feedback, personalized health recommendations, and early warnings for potential issues. With daily health tracking embedded into everyday life, wearables have the potential to transform preventative care, enabling users to catch disease early, adjust behaviors instantly, and maintain peak performance for decades longer. 12. Fasting mimetics. Decades of research have shown that calorie restriction can extend life in animals. The problem is that very few people are willing to maintain such strict diets over the long term. Fasting mimetics are designed to trigger the same benefits without requiring a person to skip meals. These compounds activate pathways that promote repair and resilience in the body. Some target nutrient sensing systems, while others increase the production of molecules linked to improved metabolism. With continued research, fasting mimetics may offer a practical way to slow aging without giving up food and comfort. And that's all on our list today. Thank you for watching to the end. Which of these inventions do you think will help you the most? Leave your thoughts down in the comments. Until next time, bye for now.